Explorers, this is Geo Brandon for the GEOshow, and the GEOshow has officially started. So right now, I'm live in Mexico City, and I'm just going to do a quick walk with you, and I want to introduce you to GEOshow and what's going to happen over the coming weeks. So, today we're officially starting our 12-week expedition. So we're starting in Mexico, we'll be here for 4 weeks, then we're going to Guatemala, and then Belize is wrapping up the virtual expedition. And you guys are going to join us all along the way. So this week, we're kicking off with our first cultural challenge. And what is that? That is something that you guys are going to participate in. So winning classroom is going to win a box from me, from Mexico. And I'm going to send you even souvenirs we pick up or any kind of physical artifacts that we can find. And this week's cultural challenge is food. So that means anything you post to Instagram or Twitter about food in your local area, then that will count as 1 point. Whoever tallies the most points is going to win this week's cultural challenge. And my talk right now, we're going to start talking about some of the food we find here in Mexico. And I thought a good way to introduce that today is to see some of the things that are common that we find in the U.S. because most of our classrooms are from the U.S. So over here we have a 7-Eleven. This is a popular walking street, but it's kind of funny because there's a lot of U.S. fast food chains on this street. And I'm going to show you a few of them right now. So if you're just watching us, or you're trying to type in a comment, this is a kid's show, so I have it regulated to you can only comment if you follow me and I follow you back on Periscope. So if you follow me, I will follow you back. So you can see here, we have a KFC and a Carl's Jr. So if you're from the southern states, that is the same company basically as Hardee's. And most of the restaurants here are Mexican, but we're coming up here on the corner, there's a Starbucks. And I thought this was quite funny because just like in the US, there's a Starbucks right here, and just down the road, it's gonna be hard to see. Let's see if I can zoom in. You can see right up here, let me just try to hold it steady. Hard to do when it's zoomed in. There's a Starbucks down there as well. So if you can see how close this is. Let me pan back over here. There's a Starbucks right there, and there's a Starbucks just down, not even half a block away. Very typical of what you'll find in the US, of how many Starbucks there are. Here's another convenience store, Circle K. Might look familiar to you. And let's walk in here. These guys, there's a bunch of shoe shine workers everywhere. Too bad I'm wearing flip-flops. Alright, so up here on the right we have a McDonald's. Of course, we find those everywhere. But it's pretty amazing just on this one street. Now this is a big touristy area. Up here on the left, Wendy's and Burger King. As I was saying, I found quite a lot of U.S. chains. I've seen Domino's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars, other stores, Office Max, Sears. So there's quite a bit. California Pizza Kitchen. I saw one of those yesterday. And up here on the left, we actually had a question submitted by a student if they had Subway in Mexico. It is, Explorers. They have Subway in Mexico. So I'm not going to go all the way. This walking street keeps going a lot further down. There is a Krispy Kreme further down on the street as well. Dunkin' Donuts. And when we were, if you followed us in our early days in Korea, you know that they have Dunkin' Donuts in Korea, and you see them in a lot of places, but they do have Krispy Kreme here. And, okay, here we go. Pizza Hut. Right here. And this is cool, they're delivery, so they don't have delivery cars. They have these delivery bikes. And so we can get around here. So they just slide the pizza right in through there, keeps it warm, and delivers it right to you. So let's see, pizza here is 159 pesos. So that's roughly, I have to look it up, but it's roughly around 17 pesos, I think, to the dollar right now. Roughly around 100 pesos is a little over $5. So you can kind of, so that would be maybe $6 or so for a pizza. We went to a soccer match or football here yesterday, so we'll be releasing some of that footage next week. But they were selling Papa John's. Okay, so that's another one, Papa John's. We're selling Papa John's personal pepperoni pizzas for 60 pesos. Right, so pretty cheap comparatively, but compared to the Mexican food they were selling, it was pretty expensive, which was generally around 30 pesos for an item, such as like a cup of soup or noodles or whatnot. But that's about it for our introduction GEOscope for you guys. So if you want to, definitely hit us up some hearts, share us whenever we're on. You'll see our recorded periscopes. I'll put them up on YouTube, and you can throw it on, we'll throw it up on the website. But also, if you want to submit questions, remember you can always do so at geoshow.tv, and we'll answer those just like this little walk here. We will try to answer certain topics during our geoscopes. And here's a Coca-Cola here, as in everywhere. Alright guys, so follow us along daily. We are putting new content up daily at geoshow.tv. And until next time, as always, keep exploring, guys.